Hello, my name is Matthew Yoksick. I'm here to talk about the critical race theory. This is for the class of Teaching Diverse Learners, Project 2. Again, my name is Matt Yoksick, and my instructor is Dr. Ms. Baldwin. Critical race theory. The few things that I'm going to be talking about and going over today are the definition, the explanation of critical race theory, the major components and application of critical race theory, classroom applications, critical race theory. Critical race. What is it? Well, critical race theory is a theoretical and interpretive mode that examines the appearance of race and racism across dominant cultural modes of expression. The major components and application of race theory are racism to challenge racial oppression, meaning racism is the belief that a particular race is superior or inferior to another, that a person's social and moral traits are predetermined by his or her inborn biological characteristics. Another point would be racial inequalities. The racial inequalities that I think of or come to mind are power, the inequality of income, and the inequality of the education level. And these are mostly from our textbook, Galnick and Chin, on pages 72 through 74. Another component would be white privilege. And white privilege is an inherent advantage possessed by a white person on the basis of their race in a society characterized by racial inequality and injustice. Some classroom applications would be how a student is affected by cultural perceptions of race. An example of this would be a Japanese student that's expected to be better at computer programming than an African American. Another point would be how to represent themselves to counter prejudice. Meaning, if a student's in a class, this would be important to know to be able to diffuse tensions or clear up many misunderstandings from the very beginning. And then another point would be to seek liberation from systemic racism. Systemic racism that I'm thinking of or would like to talk about is to be released or set free from systemic racism across institutions and society. Wealth, gap, employment, housing, discrimination, government surveillance, incarceration, drug arrest, immigration arrest, infant immortality. These are all forms of systemic racism. The references that I would like to go over, the ones that I used, was our textbook, Galnick and Chin, and this was from the Multicultural Education in a Pluralistic Society. The second one was Purdue Writing Lab, Purdue OWL. This is a website that I used. The Race Forward was retrieved from the internet as well. Racism, retrieved from another internet resource. And then finally, the last reference was Sullivan, White Privilege, retrieved from Oxford Handbooks. Thanks.